While in South Korea, the army there has been called in to help rescue efforts after deadly floods and landslides were triggered by torrential rain. At least 24 people have died and 10 others are missing. Crops and roads have been swept away and most trains have been suspended, whilst 13 cities have reported electricity blackouts. South Korea is used to heavy rains in the monsoon season. But over the last few years these have become more intense as a result of rising temperatures. For more on this, let's speak to our reporter who is in Seoul, David O. And David O. Is David, lovely to have you. How is the situation at the moment? As you mentioned, the heavy rains continues throughout this weekend in South Korea and especially in central and southern part of Korea. Let us say there have been up to 100 millimeter per hour of transit lanes, and that's quite significant number, especially given is considered pureed in certain part of the regions. And this morning the deposit about 5 houses peroxide due to the end slide in Gyeongchang no skills and profiles, which is about 200 kilometers south from Seoul. And I'm just checking the numbers, and as of 5, and this is quite growing quickly at 8:05 p.m. According to South Korea authorities, there have been more than 20 people died and 9 is still missing and caused by disturbing rains. And it looks like the weather forecast says there will be a lot of more rains coming in this weekend, also possibly next week, so it makes it difficult for the rescue operation to find estimating people. David, often when we hear about flooding incidents, quite difficult to say, but there is still a quite cyclical warnings coming in, and it should be on set an alarm for South Korea authorities. David, in terms of, we spoke to you earlier and you have said it's difficult to attribute this specifically to climate change, but in general the South Korean government, what have they done to mitigate events like this, or how are they themselves, what is their approach to climatic change incidents like flooding, like excessive heat? The last year there has been quite a significant casualty caused by heavy rains and plots, so foreign governments have a set of a plan to have especially the houses where there's an underground houses. I'm not sure about what exact figures, but these are quite significant number of houses are still underground houses. Underground rooms, especially for young people who haven't got enough money to find out a houses, so they have set a plan to have these youngsters to find new settlements. But luckily that this type of race and this week wasn't caused a many damage in Seoul, but we are not sure whether it is coming to Seoul and or other South County programs or other areas causing another casualties. It's not really difficult to say at the moment. Okay, David O. Live from Seoul, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.